Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Green to bring it back. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Frazier. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Detroit! To throw on 2nd down. Frazier. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Detroit! Looking to throw on 2nd down. Frazier throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watching that, Barney! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Lauletta back to the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Nassib coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Detroit! Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Frazier, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Frazier. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watching that, Barney! Detroit! Gun!
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Still shedding tackles. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Off play action. Frazier. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Lauletta on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Lauletta to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyus Bowser in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Over the middle, Cooper with it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Gun! Over! Watch it now, Barney. Gun!
Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Frazier. And he will find his man on the outside. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st down, Frazier. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. To throw on 2nd down, Frazier firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gun!
Off the play fake, Frazier. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Frazier. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Frazier is going to find his running back. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. And a catch right side by Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
No. Check. Patriots. Gun. Over.
Now Lauletta on 1st down. being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So
right,
second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun! Detroit!
They're going for it. It's Lauletta. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Frazier. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Frazier. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Lawletta now on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Lawletta letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Frazier. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Frazier. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Detroit!
From the gun, Frazier. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Throwing on 1st down, Frazier. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Frazier under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Frazier. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Lauletta from the 50. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Carl Nassib in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They
really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
To throw on 2nd down, Frazier. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Frazier. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Lauletta. And he's going to go down again. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Frazier. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Flushed out Ryan. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first down, Lauletta. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. On first down, it's Lauletta. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Oh, little 360. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, here's Lauletta. He spins free, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Cook stripped. The ball's out. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
No, check, Patriot!
He's going to get it running right. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jonathan Allen in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gun!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw on 3rd down, Frazier. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, Frazier. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Frazier. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But